Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says. Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately. As you please. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then. This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here. Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isobel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm. That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours. Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here. Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox. Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they're away right now. Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys. Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the night. Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty. Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed. No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast. Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here. This shit. I'm not going to do your work for you just because you got a potty mouth. She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her. I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset. She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself the way some people do. How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun. Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made. Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either. Tut tut, don't be shy now. It's going to be all right. I won't be going anywhere. I still have a golden ear. Come, come. My suggestion is don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind? Now it's your turn, Mr. These things happen occasionally. Don't worry. You'll find yourself once more. Why would I do that? That's a fool's name. Are you a fool? Don't ridicule yourself before an old woman, officer. It's undignified. Your parents must have had big plans for you. Wonder if you measured up. Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double. Why, I guess I will, Harry. Aye, it just rolls off the tongue. I used to know a Harry. Strong lad, but dumb as a rock. No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there. Oh, don't. It's your choice. No skin off my teeth. Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police. Suit yourself. But should you ever need shelter, remember old Isobel and her shack by the sea. Don't make this old woman regret giving the police the key to her house. Here, an uncomplicated man. I take it that means you're interested. I can see that. Everyone can see you think well of yourself. Now, are you interested or not? You best not be plotting another revolution under my roof. We barely got through the last one. But the room, do you want it? Surely not the first one. So are you interested or not? Go ahead. Call people rude things. We've heard worse here. Now, are you interested or not? Any day now. I'm sure of it. Are you interested or not? It's a sharp one. Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. I'm not going anywhere. Perhaps there's something else the village can do for you, huh? Though we don't have much here. Just garbage and a skiff or two. There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else? This is pretty much a non-place. A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street. The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance. Aye, sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing. Then all's not lost. As you can see, even in pornographic poverty, people make do. It's okay. What matters is we are still around, still living our lives. Even in pornographic poverty, we make do. An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see. The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days. At least those who remain. Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something I can do for you to find your way, officer? Maybe. It'll be easy. But right now you want something from me, right? And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them. I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and then, and an old one disappears and is forgotten. This is who we are. What are you interested in then? Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even. And now, suspicious looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that. I don't know exactly. A pre war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, Was born in Samara. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else. What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. I cleaned it, like I always do. One thing, officer, if you do find her, please go easy on her. Do tell. Exit from what? That bad? Is it? No, she's a fighter. She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that. What more do you want to know about that poor girl? You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived. Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen. No, you're not. I've seen you around here before. 12 years ago. You didn't raise any hell. You were quite helpful, actually. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen. No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet. Maybe they are afraid. Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. You're still welcome here as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. Oh, the usual. Dog tidings, black hound, the policeman. What can our village do for you? Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? What do you expect? Police officers get put into dangerous situations all the time. Sometimes they get shot. It's a rough trade you're in. A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song. I'm not sure those were the last of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign union papers. Have you asked Lillian about this? I won't even consider signing till I know she's on board. Fine. See that you didn't just get us all screwed. I might be half blind, but I have a good memory for treachery. A deal with who? It's the Debardier Union, isn't it? I don't believe that. Police showing up here, collecting signatures. This had Union written all over it. Thought so. So, what do the Clare brothers want this time? Nothing good ever comes from paperwork, in my experience. Lillian's not the only one who's too trusting. Your mind just flips back and forth, doesn't it? What are they about, exactly? Lillian should let her sword make her decisions. The girl just doesn't have the head for it. Either way, I won't sign. I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep. Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So, no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you. Cops bribing citizens. Doesn't it usually go the other way around? What you'll find is poverty and abandon. Not much of a threat you've got there. I've heard that pitch before plenty. Building this, building that, new jobs, new blood. Somehow the people here always end up holding the short end of the stick. Were you dropped on the head as a kid? You can't live off a pittance for long. Do you know who takes the cream off these deals? Real estate developers, construction companies, restaurant owners, Claire's accountants in La Delta. Have some integrity. You're an officer of the law, not some fat slug's corrupt little crony. Save your breath, officer. This deal isn't going anywhere. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got this whole bucket full of rags to finish. That's my job. Maybe you should do yours? No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church. The ecclesiastics have tried to get things going there, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church. I won't be around much longer anyway, not with the dampness in my bones. If they want to take a chance, who am I to stop them? Did you say something? Aye, we do. We do. But how do we do that? Surrender to the night. Yes, it does. Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here. Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen. What do you expect? Police officers get put into dangerous situations all the time. Sometimes they get shot. It's a rough trade you're in. Still, I'm sorry to hear about your partner. He seemed to be a decent enough sort. Won't dance with you? Is that what you look for in a partner? That's the best you can say about your partner? Sounds like it wasn't working out. Losing a family member's tough, but we've all lost someone we are close to. Some more than once. What kind of foolishness is that? A cop's got to have a partner. That's in your nature, however you may deny it. Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. Change your mind, did you? I thought you might. Won't find a better deal than free. He did too many narcotics. So many, he fell off his boat and split his skull on a buoy. Folks who saw it say his head cracked open like a melon. Nasty, nasty. What do you mean? What's going to happen? We are gonna grow up, of course. I raised my own kids in this village and they are doing fine for themselves. No, they moved to Faubourg for work. No, they are good kids. I brought them up the right way. They are good kids. I brought them up the right way. Well, I imagine they'll grow up and leave too. Then, you watch your tongue, boy. This village has held up much better than some people. That doesn't mean you're wrong, though. This place ain't what it used to be. Even I can see that. I don't believe the Fat Man's Youth Center is going to change anything. But what other choice do we have? It's not like the coalition government is coming to save us. Aye, officer, I certainly will. He probably pawned it for booze and then forgot about it. You know how drunk men are. What do you want with a lost jacket? Oh, aye. Must be real important from the sound of it. Anyhow, you might ask Lillian if she's seen anything lately. That girl's got a way of attracting lost and broken things. Are you getting a reward for it at least? What? You're fetching someone's missing laundry free of charge? Do you not have anything better to do? Good for you. Can't expect to receive help if you're not helpful in return. A fine arrangement, that. None of my business, either way. How you spend your hours is up to you. I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long? Like a smart dog, yes? Aye. Laundry fetchers are some of the most honorable people I know. You're trying to wink at me, aren't you? You seem to have trouble remembering that I don't see so well these days. You're trying to wink at me, aren't you? I can't see. Or did you forget that part? Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either. Damn that girl. Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left. She's right over there, the dark-haired woman, leaning over the railing. Huh? I like to see him try. If anything, I am gonna muscle him out with construction noise. Get out of here, trying to ruin my day. And that youth center better be a good one, or you'll have trouble from me. I wield an army of drunks. Do not underestimate the effect of such a force if it's pointed to the right direction. Nothing good ever comes from paperwork, in my experience. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl? Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater. Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think. No, she was mostly silent this time, kept to herself. Like I said, it's an old children's song. You don't have to like it. Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room. Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me. As I said, it's a peninsula. There's no one there, just ghosts and vagrants and teenagers making out. Aye, that you are, dark omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon. No, it's not like that, man. With him we called you. Right now, you just arrive by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass. I warn you. I warn you, men with guns will be coming after you. They always are with your kind. So, be careful and don't be a hero. Your mind just flips back and forth, doesn't it? What are they about exactly? Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all the scribble. Tell me what it says. Yes, you do that. Can't let fat Mr. Clare down now, can you? You need to check your facts, officer. I said no such thing. And what do you think I'm doing right now, Mr. RCM? Yes, let's hear those other questions. Suit yourself. Patience obviously isn't your strong suit. Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner. A radio? Ah, no. We play no radio here. There's one in the shack, but it's never used. These ears know every sound that belongs to this coast. I would know if I heard anything different. I told you before. No, there has been no listening to the radio. Not last week, not in the weeks before. Was that the nonsense we were spouting? Pah! If you say it is. No, I have no idea where they heard it. They've been in earshot all week, and no radio. Is there anything else I can help you with? Anything else? Anything else now?